Greetings and salutations, this is Emperor Vespasian and his ever-happy sidekick.
Ever happy.
Ever happy.
Ever happy.
This is a video on our Japanese medic. We only have one so far. It's very remiss of me, I should have made more.
Yeah, I were behind camera slapping him and telling him off for it.
He was shouting at me. So we only have one medic for the Japanese, which is a downside. And he's not anything special, he's just a normal RJA medic. So, medics in bolt action. We'll run through that first.
Useless to buy them.
They are the biggest waste of points ever. I have never had a medic save anyone ever. I have medics for every single platoon in my Polish army because I've got 19-man squads, so you get a lot of casualties.
I believe
no one has ever been saved. Did it? Right, they actually saved one man apparently. I don't even remember that. That's how useless medics are. Now, medics for the Japanese, some armies only have veteran medics, like the Russians I think only have veteran medics. Medics for the Japanese are regular or veteran. By the regular medic, it's not worth spending the points for 30 points on a veteran medic. Save as many points as you can by not buying expensive units. I know it will survive on a 5+ if you buy a veteran, and it's only 7 points, but what sniper's going to waste his time sniping the medic?
Well, you know that he saves 0 points.
You're going to go for the officer, aren't you? You're not going to shoot the medic. No one's going to shoot the medic.
I mean, normally bolt action defies real life. This definitely defies it because medics actually save people, not kill them.
Yeah. So the medic figure himself is just a normal Japanese soldier. He's got a medic pack which I stuck on, which is quite nice, and I've put a little bandana on, thing on his helmet and everything. Japan had medics just like any other army. In actual combat away from the regular troops, Japanese soldiers would often consider themselves as failing if they were actually wounded, because it meant they would slow the rest of the team down. So medics did come quite important to the Japanese because it meant they could quickly patch guys up and send them into the field. Although if you were heavily injured and you were on an island in the middle of nowhere, you weren't really going to make it.
You might have a medic with you.
Yeah, but if you had a really bad injury, there was no chance of an evac to a hospital or anything like that. You were kind of stuck with it. But it's probably the same for most armies anyway. Imagine being on the Eastern Front and being wounded. That's, no quarter. So, as with all with all units in the Japanese army, they're fanatics. How do you get a fanatic medic? I will fanatically sew your wounds up. Is it seriously? Is a fanatic medic? He's going to bonsai chart? Actually, he probably wouldn't bonsai chart. But
if he's got a training.
Yeah.
Most medics are pacifists, so.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Japanese medics tended to be guys who either were actual doctors who volunteered or joined the army, or drafted. Medical interns and stuff have to do the service in the army, have to do your tour. If you're lucky, you do your tour against the British and the Dutch. If you're unlucky, you do your tour against the Chinese. That's when your skills are going to come in handy. Most medics in the Philippines and places like that survived the war. They were very useful because they carried pills that made water, purification pills, things like that. So your medic was the guy you went to stop the troops getting malaria and dysentery and various other horrific illnesses. Most soldiers in the Far East died of illness rather than combat. The British lost more casualties before the Japanese attacked Singapore to illness than they did most else. The Kokoda campaign, 1/3 of casualties in the Kokoda campaign were due to malaria. So, yeah, it's very handy having medics. The Japanese had invented tablets which make water healthy to drink. water purification tablets. Interesting joke. Story. The chap who invented them was a little psychopath, but he wanted to demonstrate how good they were, and he met the emperor, and so he urinated into a glass, and then put a water purification tablet in, and drank it in front of the emperor, and offered the emperor a drink, and the emperor politely declined.
I go you psychopath.
Yes, he's a very strange man. Yes, he probably drank his own pee quite a lot. He was.
Oh God.
Yeah, he actually managed to escape the war crimes trials because he brought that technology to the Americans, though they didn't prosecute him. But he
peed into another one and did the exact same thing.
No,
the Americans went, oh, that's very nice, that innit?
He used to kill people for fun. He wasn't a very nice human being. He worked for Unit 42. Was it Unit 42 or Unit 41? One of those.
Unit 42.
The units were different levels of intelligence unit, and one of them was basically bioweapons warfare. And so they tested all sorts of chemicals to purify water, and then made the prisoners who were Chinese drink the water, and the ones who, most of them died, but one of them didn't, and that was how they got the water purification tablets. Nowadays we have different rules. You know, you have to test them different ways and stuff. You use chemicals and stuff.
Well, now we use the kind of chemical stuff on patients that have no choice.
And volunteer patients as well. We use this sort of stuff on. Back in those days, there was no. You just basically did what you wanted.
Well,
I think
we're in the middle of a world war, and there weren't really any rules left.
The Japanese were fighting a world war already, so
literally it was like them versus the whole world.
Yeah, it was them versus Earth. It reminds me of the cricket robots in Restaurant to the End of the Universe. Not Restaurant to the End of the Universe. So Long Thanks for All the Fish. Is that the one? Yeah, I think it's that one. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Never. Okay, fine. Anyway, the Japanese are basically the cricket robots. Go read the book. Not much else to say about medics. They're about it. I plan on getting a medic for the paratroopers and a couple of medics for the Special Navy landing troops. But at the moment we've only got one for the infantry, so you'll have to ad lib. So this is your army, so I'm apologising to you in advance. Obviously, if it was my glorious Chinese army, I'd have more medics, but you know.
Which you do?
No, I don't have any medics for my Chinese army at the moment.
Talk about Polish army.
Oh, Polish army, I've got 2 so far.
Every other army has 1 or 0.
Yeah, well, we haven't got any other armies. That's about it, really. We've only got Chinese, Polish, Russian. Oh, we've got medics for Russian, and Japanese. Anyway, there's not much else to say in rules-wise for medics. Tactics. What about you?
Don't buy them. What's that tactic?
Yeah. I give them to the large units that are going to be seeing most combat. Generally, I assign them, and usually a unit that has an officer.
Well, I'd assign mine to a unit that are veteran.
Yeah, the most important unit.
Most important unit on the battlefield. Useless medic, but it could save a guy.
See, what I tend to do is have a couple of sections that are attacking and a section that's defending. Like one that's a holding section, I would give them to the attacking sections.
If you're lucky, like a couple months ago, not a long time ago, when we did the very last campaign mission for the Jewish campaign.
Yeah, the Roman Jewish one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said, don't roll any 6s, and you'll destroy it. Tell someone who you're playing with to say that, and you'll roll all 6s.
Unless you've got a medic, in which case you'll never roll 6. It's never happened.
It will give some help.
Yeah. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Not much else to say about medics, is there really?
It's a medic.
It's a medic. It's just a medic figure. But,
that is useless.
I hope we've given you some ideas on how to use them. Buy the cheap medic, don't buy the expensive medic.
Unless I'm not paranoia.
Yeah.
Buy your expensive medic.
Unless you disagree, let us know if you prefer to buy the expensive medics. Although most armies don't get a choice, they're all veterans. So the Russian armies are all veteran medics and stuff, and the Chinese medics are all veterans. So Anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it and it gives you a few ideas on your medics. Over to you for chatty talk.
So if you enjoyed this video, please don't like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the medic, or how useless you think medic is.
Yeah.
Like we do.
Yeah. So it's a goodbye from him.
And goodbye from him.
Good day.